In this exciting episode, shocking secrets and truths are revealed. As Alicia and the princess try to save Luna from the misled king's clutches and Drill's destructive plans, the mysterious Clint appears to turn the tables. Will the heroes succeed in confronting the ancient dark forces? And what is the true fate of the Hollow King and Luna? In this episode, Alicia speaks to Clint, asking him what a headless king means and if the monster will throw the girl Luna into the smelter. Then, the princess arrives, telling Alicia she escaped her men amidst the smoke and came to check on her, thinking Clint had killed everyone. Alicia informs her that she is alone here, and the other heroes were killed by Clevatess. The princess then explains that Hydra has no men who can do more than contain Drill's forces within the city, and cannot stop him, his sacred treasure, and powerful magic. Alicia then tells her something important. Her daughter, Luna, is alive. She was wrapped in a piece of cloth with the royal family's seal and possesses pure Hayden blood, confirming she is her daughter. The princess is surprised that her son is alive and cries, asking where he is. Alicia tells her that her companion took him to the royal smelter and Drill is on his way there, so she must follow them. The princess insists on going with her despite the danger, determined to overcome any difficulty to find her son. The scene then shifts to the smelter, where we see the king holding Luna, saying, "I offer this body and flesh to the lord of the smelter." Just as the king is about to throw him in, Clint stops him, asking, "Is this the proper way to hold your grandchild? You seem not to care much for him, or perhaps he is not your grandchild." The king replies that he is his grandchild and carries royal blood. Clint asks why he wants to kill them. The king explains that his body does not move by his own will. Everything happens according to the smelter's will. Whoever is to become king is burned in this place and reborn from the ashes to become king. These customs have existed since ancient times, and their true name is engraved in the smelter. From that moment, they become unable to disobey the smelter. This child is known as Hadilia VI, but his true name is Toth, and his name has not yet been engraved on the smelter, so the smelter cannot force him to jump in. Therefore, it forces another body to move instead. Clint then understands that the king does not need his head, which is why he is called the headless king. The king then tells him that his son feared the smelter's call and ended his life with his own hand. He realizes he made a mistake by telling him the truth before he became king, as he wanted to leave his son the freedom of choice, but that was a mistake, leading to his son's suicide. He then throws Luna into the smelter, saying, "The legend of the hero from ashes to king." The scene then transitions to Drill, who is on the back of a dragon. He realizes that Luna has been thrown into the smelter and decides to retrieve him and destroy the world. We see Alicia and the princess on their way to the smelter. Along the way, the princess tells Alicia something her husband said before he died. True heroes no longer exist. The current heroes cannot defeat the lords of the dark beasts. When Alicia asks why he said they no longer exist, the princess tells her that she has 1,000 years of history in the records, and nothing indicates that anyone has ever been defeated before. The records preceding that are very vague. What is the legend of heroes, and what is the evidence that defeating the 4 lords of the dark beasts will open the world, and who created that legend? Before his death, he only smiled at her, a cold smile. At that moment, she thought that the kings of Hayden knew the full truth and hid it. And if that were true, they sent the 13 heroes knowing they would not win. They must now fix all of this, or the tragedy will repeat, and more innocent lives will be lost. She does not want her son to be king and defy these difficulties. Alicia says that humanity's endless desire for progress is not something that can be stopped. And I still don't fully understand what a hero is, but I think it's someone who faces their destiny with optimism. Perhaps it doesn't matter if you are human or a beast. Perhaps just doing that is what makes others call you a hero. This means Drill is not a hero. He is only desperate with reality and wants to destroy it. I must avenge my father, and more importantly, defeat him as a hero. You are truly strong, Alicia. No, I am weak. Weaker than Drill, and I fear him greatly. And of course, weaker than the lords of the dark beasts. But I will fight to the end. To my last breath, I will never give up. But unfortunately, I met someone who will not allow me to do that. The princess asked her, "Who is it?" Alicia simply told her, "Someone I hope you never meet." Yes, my friends, it is Clint, the mysterious Dark Lord. The scene quickly shifts to Clint, where the action becomes even more exciting. Clint says to the Headless King, "You are trying to outsmart me, King. Don't ever think you can outsmart me, because in the end, you are a foolish person. What happened after you burned the child? He was not supposed to be sent back from this smelter to be reborn from the ashes, or did it require the real thing in the end?" Suddenly, my friends, we find the child in Clint's hand. The Headless King understands that he swapped them the moment he grabbed his arm, replacing him with a doll. Clint then speaks to him, saying, "You fool, you said yourself that your body is used because the child cannot jump in by himself. What will happen to your body now that you have failed? You fool, you should have known that a doll like this cannot defeat me." At that moment, the king falls into the abyss, turning into a pile of ashes. Who will take the child after him now? I am waiting and want to see who will come. No one will be able to harm this child as long as I am here. Meanwhile, we see something very strange because Clint speaks to someone and says, "Do you intend to burn us, Luna and me? I think you don't know that the brightest light casts the darkest shadow. I know you are now hidden in this fire. Surrender and reveal yourself immediately, Lord of the Smelter." And indeed, the Lord of the Smelter emerges in his true form after destroying the entire roof of the smelter. Meanwhile, we see Alicia outside with the princess and Drill standing watching, but Drill quickly tries to enter the smelter. Alicia realizes that the princess is in danger and she must get her out of here now. Then she goes to investigate the matter herself. She rushes forward quickly and talks to herself, saying, "I cannot allow Drill to get there, and I don't think Clint will allow anyone to kill Luna." At that moment, something unexpected happens. This hero named Rod arrives. Then Rod uses an ice spear that descends like lightning, piercing the bird that Drill was riding and bringing it down. Meanwhile, Jard watches from afar and says to himself, "I will just watch." And at the moment Rod thinks he has defeated Drill, Drill emerges again, strikes him a powerful blow and says, "Don't ever think you will win." Then he tries to attack him, but Alicia quickly intervenes like a rocket. Then Rod comes back to Alicia and says, "Welcome. Are you a hero? You saved me, and thank you for that." She said to him, "Yes, I am a hero, the survivor of the 13 heroes. But now we don't have time to talk. We must talk now and then kill this savage monster." Drill told them, "Do you think that when you two are together you will be able to defeat me? By the way, you are dreaming. No one will ever be able to defeat me even if you are strong, but in the end you are wasting your time." Then he attacks them with rocket speed, even faster than sound, to the extent that they could not determine his location at all. Then he attacks them and strikes them, throwing them far away. Then he throws them upwards, and not only that, but he flies upwards to try to kill Alicia first. And indeed, he hits her directly, but at the right moment, Rod intervenes and saves her. He grabs both of them and slams them to the ground. Then he descends on them like a GPS-guided bomb. Here, Alicia thinks quickly and tells him, "Use that massive block of ice quickly," and indeed, he uses the ice attack, or ice spear, and quickly fires it at Drill. But Drill underestimates their strength and says that this obvious attack will not hit him, because it is very obvious. Then Rod uses the ice prison, and the ice appears like a massive mountain, binding Drill's leg with ice so that Alicia can finish him off. Alicia jumps high and uses her holy sword attack, the descending dragon attack, which is a very powerful attack. She was on an ice rock that Rod had made for her to be higher than Drill and fall on him like a mountain. At this moment, she strikes Drill, splitting him in half, but she notices that what came out of his blood is dark liquid, which means he will not die, as his entire body is dark liquid. Despite his condition, he strikes Alicia a powerful blow, and her sword falls from her hand, cutting her off her palm from the beginning of her hand. Then Rod picks her up, and suddenly Drill forms again, and he has 2 wings and a very frightening appearance, and he says, "We can never become true heroes, no matter how hard we try, and the reason is simple. We as a race are incapable of that. The fact that we need stones to use magic proves that the 5 human-like races in Athia are inferior races. The true humans in the race that once ruled the entire world disappeared, leaving us only legends. We are their pawns, humans and dark beasts alike. To end this, every trace of the hero's legend must be destroyed." Then Drill launches a powerful fiery attack, but Rod tries to block this powerful blow with all his might and uses his sword like a fan to protect the hero Alicia. But Drill presses him hard, and at this moment, Clint appears and knows Drill's true purpose and understands what he is striving for, but what the Dark Lord of the North Warden is striving for. And when I think about it, I have never seen these true humans. Does that mean they disappeared before I ascended the throne? This means they disappeared more than 1,000 years ago. Zaftir knew and did not tell me, but I do not believe he is a remnant of the hero's legend. Then a golden book just appears. Clint says that he can read it. I had to use my infinite shadow to block enough light to do this, otherwise the light and heat would damage my eyes. The moment he saw it, the smelter disappeared. It seems this is the Lord of the Smelter, so a book that killed the kings of Hayden and reshaped them from ashes and forced them to serve it. How ridiculous. Is this another type of magic? Is the existence of this thing the reason Alicia came to fight? So Luna was destined to burn, and because of this thing, this castle was destroyed, and it planned to destroy all of humanity. Then he laughs his secret laugh and says, "This makes no sense at all. I have not inherited the memories of the previous Dark Lord, but I can imagine that the position of Lord and our role in guarding our lands exists to confront a ridiculous legend of a race that vanished long ago. The world is in chaos, and so am I." Then he puts the little child Luna on the ground and leaves him saying, "I will abandon the idea of destroying humanity, and I don't care about the Book of Thoth. I will return to my mountain." I hoped something would change. Then this book falls to the ground, and when Clint leaves Luna, he cries a lot. What will happen next? And will Clint eliminate Drill, or what will happen in the next episode? Wait for exciting events in this great anime, but please subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all new updates.